Flame on! How's everybody doing tonight? I'm here with my special guest, Nick Lenz. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
And making his official collab debut,
Yep.
Robert from StarCraft. How you doing, buddy?
Yo, what's up?
Okay, for those confused, this is part two of the solicitation because we missed a month and we were trying to do September and October back to back, but that September article.
It went too long.
Oh, but
Robert, I just followed you on Twitter.
Thank
Thank
you.
Welcome.
All right. Anything you guys want to promote or announce before we get started?
Nah, not too much. I already have I just finished streaming RoboCop, Rogue City Unfinished Business. I have enough videos in the can to get up to my 600th Pro Teachers New by next month. I got so much. Yeah.
I'm currently watching and reviewing Undead Unluck right now. I'm basically 14 episodes in, and I have 10 more to go. I'll probably finish it tomorrow, and I'll start my next anime, which is going to be Bogus Fruit Master.
Huh.
Yep. Also, it was announced from Discotech. I shared it with Jay Heat. They announced 3 new Tokusatsu series going to release here soon. They announced the sequel to Android Hider 01. That's the sequel to that one. And 2 Kamen Rider series are coming. One is Kamen Rider Amazon. The other is Kamen Rider Stronger. I was surprised about Stronger because I knew Amazon was coming. I didn't know Stronger was coming too. Okay, I heard about this coming up, this particular event. DCK, I believe this is actually the first crossover we had in a year.
Yep. Now, well, technically, you had World's Finest and Justice League Unlimited.
Justice League Unlimited.
But I think this is the first wide one of the year.
We don't even know if it's line wide or not.
Yeah, but I enjoyed the creative team of this book. Scott Snyder looked like Josh Williamson's book too. Yep. It looks like seems like it's like Fight Club.
Yeah. Here's what my LCS owner believes. He agrees with me on this one. This has kind of been rushed out, but in a good way. Like they basically realized, unlike Marvel, where they decided we're just going to wait out the 2 years. We might put an incursion that has nothing much to do with what we're building up to. And then, but for this, it feels like they realized, wow, Absolute DC has been a bigger hit than we thought. We can't just wait until summer. Let's get something out in the meantime in between.
Yep. Ooh, that's great. Yeah, it looks like some very clever artists by Jim Lee, Dan Ward Johnson.
Yep. Well, what do you think, Jay? Does that sound feasible?
It sounds feasible. I mean, again, for a 5-issue mini. Though I definitely would have gone for a maxi series. Like, hey, if you're going to wrap up the year with this event, hey, go big or go home. But I understand the business optics because we've had maxi series before. I.e., what was that Bat Family comic that involved Arkham Tower that dragged on for 12 weeks straight?
Well, that was all in Detective Comics, and how is that any different from the Phantom Zone storyline?
Yeah, I actually like the Arkham Tower stuff because I enjoy what Mariko Tamikage did for Detective. I know people feel different about that run, but I actually enjoyed her run on Detective. And I think she was the first regular female writer to write that comic, as far as I can remember. I know Bitcoin did. I think she did one issue. I think she drew one issue, but I think Mariko Tamikage is the first team writer to actually do an actual run of that comic that I could think of.
Now, I will be objective. Mariko Tamaki does get a lot of flack for I Am Not Starfire, infamously so.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of her stories aren't that bad, or at least a lot of her official stories aren't that bad.
Yeah. And I seem to recall there was actually a couple of people who were starting to say, hey, her other work isn't that bad. But then, of course, they had to shut up because people would say, I Am Not Starfire. And they're like, okay, well, you're right. She sucks.
Yeah, one bad book does not mean she's a bad writer.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I do not like how people keep bringing that up as a prime example of bad creators do self-inserts all the time. Like, I don't even think that was a self-insert.
Mm-hmm. Now, you can't, we're all, whether it be through content creation or writing, you're going to be inspired by your personal experiences to some degree. Now, is there such thing as going too far? Is there such thing as being overindulgent? Yes, but it's a balancing act, and that comes with experience.
I will give one example, though, I feel, of a self-insert, and that's the Clementine comic graphic novels. I'm sorry. The love interest in there was clearly a self-insert if you actually understand the creator.
Okay.
Okay, that's a fair point because I am doing a playthrough on the Telltale games.
Dude, you're going to hate those books. You want to know what happened? You know what the first thing they do?
What?
Okay. Jay, have you ever played the final season?
I haven't gotten to the final season on my playthrough yet.
Where are you at?
Halfway through season 2.
Never mind then, you won't get it.
Yeah.
I will save it. I will save it until you're done, and then trust me, you're gonna be pissed.
I think this is the first event comic I can think of Scott Snyder's done since Dark Knight Death Metal.
Yes, for DC. Now he has done some indie work, but yes, this is the first major book with DC.
I mean, like first crossover he's done since then.
Yes.
Yeah, and the thing that Dan Warren John says, those of you not familiar with his work, expect, if you read a comic where him basically is a writer, expect wrestling moves in a comic book, because I just recently reviewed Transformers where you had Soundwave give Optimus Prime a tombstone pile driver.
Right.
Yeah, or having Invader Bill's comic give alien suplexes.
Or even in the Wonder Woman Dead Earth.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. So we have variant cover artists by Jim Lee, Daniel Warren Johnson, Frank Cho, Scott Kublish.
It says here Javier Fernandez is the main artist.
Yeah, he's main artist. These are the variant covers. Scott Kublish, I met him once at Comic-Con years ago. I am signed my trade for Blue Beetle. I've never met Jay Lee. Mike Demuno, great artist. I like Mike Demuno's artwork. Surprisingly interior, and I'm noticing that second one, the one on the right there with Flash. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can tell it's not the regular Flash costume. It reminds me of like George Perez.
Right.
I get what they're going for, but
yeah, I think I think it's been like 4 years since he passed.
Yes.
Like,
yep.
Not that long ago. I wish I could chance to speak to.
Sorry, I hate to cut you off, Nick. Please continue.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that variant cover. Looks like you have Superman versus the Legion of. Oh, I think it's like the Legion of. I think it's Legion of Darkseid. Legion of Darkseid. The Darkseid for
the Dark Legion. The Dark Legion.
Yeah, and we see. Looks like. I think that's on that cover there. I think that's Absolute Flash.
No, that's mainline. See, that's the thing, especially when you take the Absolute line into account. The costumes are so similar, and not to mention you had a perfect template with the DCAU Wally suit. You had it for Wally specifically. You had the perfect template.
I don't get why they changed. I don't get why they changed his outfit in the the recent run.
The one that's wrapped up really soon, get taken out by Mark Waid.
Co-written with Cantwell.
Oh, Crystal Cantwell. He's awesome as a writer. I love the guy's work.
He can also do lousy too.
Like one of my favorite books that he did a great one for Iron Man. He practically saved that comic.
Some would argue. I'm not saying I would, because I haven't read it. I'm just saying from what I've heard.
Debatably, let's just agree that debatably.
I recommend checking it out because he did good for that one. He also did a Challenge the Gnome book, which was really good, which is a miniseries. Just Like the Omega Act, written by Joshua Williamson, art by Yasin Parrott. Josh Williamson, met the guy. He is awesome. Mm-hmm. And surprisingly, he's actually one comic creator who actually remembers me. Because second to last time I saw him, he's like, "Oh, hi, Nick." I was surprised it happened. Omega Act. Oh, hi, Tibia. Omega Act #1. Oh, yeah, Darkseid's Legion. Okay. I don't see a price tag in this one.
Let me look.
Yeah, I see it now. It looks like it's $5.99. But
Yep, that's right there.
Yeah. That is not bad for 48 pages, being $6. That's perfectly fine. I have no issue with that.
Variants by Jorge Fornes, Ki Young apologies if I mispronounced. I butchered that. Fernando Blanco, Salvador Lacora, LaRocca, and Don Agulio. Apologies if I
Yes.
mispronounced any of that.
Looks
Now,
like it's
Titans. I'm sorry, this book has just been a disappointment for me. This book has fallen off since Beast World. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I will say the only reason why I'm still buying it is is because it's still considered one of the important books.
I still read it because I don't drop books. How do you feel how it's been under John Layman compared to Tom Taylor?
It's an improvement because at least under Tom Taylor, it just became the Nightwing show. Come on, Robert. Even you have to admit that.
Yes, I agree. Even though I didn't hate his Nightwing run.
One thing about this book, that when Layman took over, he had the Titans move back to the tower they had from the previous volume for the series, the one they had before Dark Knight's Metal.
Yeah, San Francisco and Jump
Yeah.
City.
Not that one, the one in New York City. San Francisco, that was Ben Percy's book.
Okay.
Which, of course, Ben Percy since told me that the reason why he jumped ship in Marvel because he didn't like some of the stuff DC editor was doing to him, so that's why he jumped ship. But with Marvel, which the guy has done tons of work in Marvel Comics. Seems like he's having a blast. I mean, yeah, his run for Ghost Rider is not exactly like was not everything on fire, but was
Benjamin Percy? You said you were talking about?
Yeah.
I met him. Great guy, manly man. Like he is. Oh man, have you ever?
He was actually quite surprised. I actually love his DC work.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But have you ever talked to the man?
Yes, I met him at Comic-Con this year.
Nice.
Now, granted, I prefer his Green Arrow run from back in Rebirth more than the Teen Titans run. But if I had to have one critique, and I actually plan to do a video about this, is that he briefly tried to pair Damian and Miko together due to for synergy purposes. And I'm just like, this isn't going anywhere. I get what you're trying to do because you're technically on both books, but this isn't going anywhere.
I think in the case of Miko, her joining the book, that was pretty late in his run.
Very late in the game.
She didn't join the book until Adam Glass was on the book, and then he had it where he would where Adam Glass hooked her with Daja.
Jin.
Yeah, Jin. And also have her hook up with Crush, Lobo's daughter.
Okay, there was a triangle going on where at the very least Crush had the liking on her and was overly protective of her.
Yeah, and then she was dropped from the book for the book ended, and then Crush has done not much since then. I think she
a mini-series with her father, and they were going to give her an anime series with him, but it just didn't take off the ground. But it looked amazing.
Yeah, I have no problem with Crush. I think Crush is a great character. I love what Adam Glass did with her development, especially developing her relationship with her father. But aside from that, that was probably like the best thing about his run for Teen Titans, because I didn't care for Other because who he was a complete disappointment. The freaking heretic, Damian Stone.
By the way, I want to say quickly. I almost feel like Benjamin Percy is this generation's version of Bo Smith.
Yep, I agree with that.
Yeah, he's that manly kind of man who writes such manly comics.
Well, I know he's actually wrote some Predator.
Oh yeah, he's done the crossovers.
Yep.
Predator versus Wolverine, Predator versus Black Panther, Predator versus Spidey, and now Predator kills the Marvel Universe.
Yep. I really enjoy his Wolverine book. I thought it was amazing.
Yep.
Cameron makes a good point. The only thing I'll give Glad is that he actually had Damian lead his own roster rather than have it be a rehash of Grayson's.
Kind of, yes, though. I think he did keep Wally. I think he kept Wally in the book.
Wallace.
Yeah, he kept Wallace. Basically, what happened to the roster is that half of them went over to Titans. That was being Starfire, Raven, and Beast Boy. Aqualad got moved over to Aquaman.
After being shelled for 2 years, but yes.
Yes, and according to Ben Percy, I did ask him about this. Were there plans on developing him in his run for Teen Titans? Yes, there was. There was definitely a plan to develop him because the whole idea of his runs of every story focused on the characters, but he had to leave the book because of how DC treated him.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, and also, Robert, did you find it weird that when the DC kept him on Green Air after the Rebirth relaunch? Because he did that. He did 12 issues the previous volume, then he did 38 the next volume, then he left.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I enjoy. His Rebirth is awesome, but and I did ask him this: whose idea was to bring Tarantula into his run? It was his artist.
Right.
Because he really wanted to draw Tarantula, except that here's the thing. When comic fans think of her, oh yeah, it's the woman who raped Nightwing.
Yep.
Continuity never happened.
Well, that's one thing I'm glad they dropped from continuity.
Yeah.
It just
Even though Batman Harley Quinn referenced it. Even though Batman Harley Quinn referenced it and made a gag out of it, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, but I think despite Devin Grayson usually has had a pretty decent career, though she hasn't anything recently, I think that's one thing people have never forgiven her for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's her cardinal sin as a creator.
What was even the point of it?
Edgy
Nothing.
90s.
Yeah.
Late 90s.
I think she came on in the early 2000s.
Yes.
Because she replaced
edgy 90s. Trend wise.
Yeah.
But she came onto the scene like 01, 02, I want to say.
Yes, and prior to that, she was. I think at the same time she was working on Nightwing. At the same Titans, the very first volume for Titans, because this volume is actually volume 4.
As for Roundhouse being a traitor, okay, that was the most obvious thing in the world, or the very least him to. Yes, we got the full context later on. Okay, spoilers for a 4-year-old comic. Basically, Roundhouse was leading his sister down a shortcut so they could rush home and goof off, as kids do right out of school, not knowing that I want to say it was Scarecrow. I could be wrong. Scarecrow was working at the old Ace Chemical plant. Robin had confronted him. One of the canisters went off, and then Damien just chased Atwood and pursued while Roundhouse and his sister were caught in the blast. Roundhouse survived because his metagene kicked in while his sister was skewed by shrapnel and succumbed to her wounds. And Roundhouse developed a victim mentality towards Damien ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, he never acted on it. He never became a villain because Wallace was there to console him, especially with his live streams. Then when he found out this new team was working under Damien, Roundhouse seized an opportunity to undermine to prove a point. He crashed out, tried to bound Jen to her ring off panel, and then when she couldn't get Jen to kill Damien, because remember, Jen can defy at least one command at a time, regardless of whether they're bound or not. He had her sealed in an attempt to spite him, which ended up pissing everybody off.
And even he realized, oh wait, like it was a moment of
rage. It was a crash out.
Rage, yeah, crash out. They didn't realize, like, oh.
When I first saw him, the first thing came to mind is, is DC's equivalent to Gold Balls Marvel. That's kind of what he was. Even though he'd shoot gold balls, but that's kind of what he was. Then you can also name him as like a modern day equivalent to Bouncy Boy for Legion of Superheroes because, big round guy, he kind of bounces around. That's how I kind of saw him.
He's similar to Captain Atom. He wears a containment suit. I mean, he may not be as powerful, but it's similar.
Yeah, and speaking of that guy, well, he was featured in that miniseries recently, Project Adam. First he's featured in a few years.
Adam Project.
Right. Now you guys want to keep going and keep moving on?
Yeah, we're getting sidetracked.
I know, that's why. Yeah. Hey, you got me here to keep you on task.
Oh, look, it's Booster Gold, the Dark Side.
Yep. Superman 31.
Oh, it's my initiative.
Yep.
32 pages, so it's a little extra larger.
$5.99, $5. That's
no, $4.99 for main cover. That's you're to get the cardstock variant.
Yeah.
So it's the normal price still. It's the normal price still.
Yeah. Guest artist Eddie Barros. Met the guy. Awesome.
Oh, so have I. Really nice guy. Just sometimes wish he wasn't given 12-issue minis when everyone knows he can rarely ever do the full 12.
Yes. This is interesting because last month, basically, Dan Moore was doing the interior. In this book, he's just doing the cover.
Right. But oh, did you hear that he said he's going to be now at next year doing only one book, and that even he admits the Transformers is just an arc?
Yep.
Really.
Uh-huh.
Screen cover was David Aja, Saba Froa, Aralavli, and Jorge Fornes. Aralavli, that is a name that's been on for quite a while. She's a very good artist. She has this similar painted style to that of Alex Ross, but not as deep.
Yes. Nowhere near. Nowhere near.
But no, nice. She's very good.
Yeah.
So is David Aja. Never met David Aja, but I really love his Hawkeye book that he did.
Speaking of which, not Dan Moore. I almost said Dan Moore. Okay, Alex Ross recently did collabs for Marvel, and he used to be a Puritan for the longest time. Like, what's your opinion on that? Did he just take the cash, or is he just
wait? What did he do?
He started making collabs with collab covers with Marvel.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
I'm going by an article I read to where, compared to DC, he never really did too much of that because he was always such a comic Puritan, and he doesn't want to. And he's done
covers for Marvel for the past couple years.
I'm just going by an old article that said he hardly ever did it for DC. People have tried to replicate his art style, but he's only
he did covers. He did covers at DC.
Hey,
Plenty of them.
I'm just going by an article, man.
That article has no idea what they're talking about. He did covers plenty of time. He did them for the JS and for Jeff Johns Justice Society of America. And even before he got involved on the book.
I appreciate the commentary, Robert. I really do.
And Superman covers. I don't know who the heck said that.
I want to say it was either not CBS, but it was I want to say it was. I can't remember the website at the top of my head, but if I find it again, I'll send you the link. But
here's another one. Hold on.
Back. Ooh, Batman Green Hornet. That book is awesome.
Yep, but look at what cover is this? What cover is this?
I think that's Alex Ross.
My point.
Yep. I think in the last decade, he just mostly done books that Stan Lee helped create. He did Amazing Spider-Man, Avengers, Fantastic Four, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Doctor Strange.
Now, it's because of him that Thor went back to his traditional outfit.
Yes. I think the previous album was designed by the artist who worked with Donnie Coates on Thor, which I actually spoke to Jason Aaron about this redesign. He had no issue with basically Donnie Coates undoing all the damage that Jason Aaron did to Thor's body. He had no issue with it at all.
I'm not surprised. And I gotta say, one thing I love is that Al Ewing is not only did he come on to Thor, he decided, I'm going to take Donnie Keith's story and actually take it to its logical conclusion, as opposed to ignoring it.
I hate to cut you guys off. I appreciate the throwback with Wally and Bart teaming up again, but do they really have to get Bart's costume padding?
Oh, it's
different. It's different than the
looks like
design. Because I know people love the classic design that was on from the 90s, which he had up until recently. Now it looks like a Kid Flash variant with the colors swapped.
True.
Mrs. Terrific with I'm not very careful with looks like Batman Beyond, Beast Boy.
Okay, one thing. Tevya, Size Spurrier was brought on for a reason, and I give him props after he left. He tried to improve. Was it good? Did he succeed? Not really. But to say it was utter garbage, I've read worse. Not Flash, but I've read worse books in
There are
general.
worse comics out there. Now, stylistically, was Suspiria a mismatch? You can make that argument, but it was nowhere near as bad as, say, Tim Drake Robin or
Yep.
I Am Not Starfire.
by
There
the
are
way,
worse comics out there. Like, come on.
Something else to prove my point.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that is the last episode.
The last episode issue again. Alex Ross.
I think I remember correctly about that comic. The comic was written by the late Lean Ween.
It is.
Yep, written by him and art by Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. Praise be his name.
I've actually met a couple times. He's a very cool artist, me in person.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Honestly,
wait. He did no. He is Impulse again. No.
yeah. It was a couple months ago. He did switch back to Impulse.
He's been Impulse for quite a while.
Pre-Flashpoint, because for about 10 years, when I looked at it, it looked like he was Kid Flash. He was Impulse in the 90s. By the time his book wrapped up, he switched from Impulse to Kid Flash because it was going to be the Flash, which he did, and then he died. He came back as Kid Flash, and they came back again thanks to Williamson and became Impulse again.
Yeah, Williamson made him Impulse again, so he's been Impulse for quite a long time.
Yeah, I just don't understand why the change of costume for him. It just made no sense.
I think Way probably feels like it's a time for a change.
Plus, he created the character.
Yep.
Tim Drake, I get, which we will get to later on the Solicitations.
Yes. I think Tim's doing this book now. I think now this is one of 3 books he's doing now. He's doing Flash, Just Like Unlimited, and Batman Superman World's Finest. Which him doing 3 is not unusual. He used to do that. He did back in the 90s. When he last worked in Marvel, I think the most he worked on was 2.
I think so.
Yeah. Just Like Unlimited, which I think this is actually probably going to be one of 2 books this month, basically. Dan Moore does the interior because Superman, he just does the cover. But I'm like, how does he get time to do 3 books now as the interior artist?
Wait, more? You want to know why?
Why?
Wade told me. You know what his average page rate is and his best days? 6 pages a day.
Wow.
On his best day. But again, he's burning himself out. That's why he's going to 1 book only next year. Yeah. And a lot of people are saying he's going to stick with Justice League because he's been having too much fun with Mark. He's not going to abandon Mark.
Yeah. Is that it?
1 book
Hold
next
on.
year.
I think this was just an article from Bleeding Cool. Hold on.
For the upcoming event. So that's all the ones that were just tying into the event.
Yeah.
Hold on.
This event to bring back the ash cans because they haven't had ash can in years.
Hold on, dude. Hold on. Check out the private chat right now.
Okay. Thanks for the save.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Newsarama has not done, and I've noticed, Newsarama has not done the full solicitation in months.
Do not know why.
Yeah, it's weird.
Robert. Guess which famous comic writer I actually met at Comic-Con last weekend?
Who?
Jim Starlin.
I've met him twice.
Yeah, I actually saw him the next day. I actually had him sign my copy of Infinity War, and went back 2 days later, signed one of his Thanos one-shots.
Yeah, he signed all of mine.
Yeah, he charged like $20 for cash.
Oh, I did. Thankfully, I got him before he started doing that.
He told me that Thanos' famous line from Avengers Infinity War, where his whole thing is, "I'm going to eliminate half the universe with a snap." I actually thought that was Infinity War, Infinity Gauntlet. Oh. According to him, that's actually from Silver Surfer.
Yep, Silver Surfer, and it was where it was from. Because he had a Silver Surfer run.
Yep.
Before Ron Mars.
Yeah, he didn't say anything much about Gamora and Drax, but from what I could tell, he really loved Josh Brolin's portrayal as Thanos. Like, I did ask him about Drax and Gamora. He just said nothing about those.
My guess is he's not. He's definitely not a fan of Drax. I can tell you that.
What about Gamora?
Gamora, that's the divisive one, probably. But Drax, if you look at Drax, is nothing like his Drax.
Oh my gosh! Look at that variant cover. That reminds you of like
What
The
John
90s
Wesley
Flash
Ship.
show.
Yep.
John Wesley Ship. But
Yep.
like I said, I mean, I don't know for a certain, but I can tell you this. You know why he's never? You know what? One person is why he's never going to do anything at Marvel again.
I think because of how they paid him.
No, not just that. It wasn't just that. He was disrespected. Not just from payment, but because Tom Brevoort, who has been the editor on almost all of his books, what does Brevoort do? He's been told about the he's going to do this trilogy of books that's going to have a future Thanos dealing with present Thanos and manipulating him. What book does Brevoort approve of at the exact same time?
The Thanos ongoing,
The Donny Cates arc.
which I actually enjoyed that book. That's
I
what.
did too. But you can imagine why that ticked off Starlin. He didn't find out until the book released.
All right.
Interesting that Al Ewing is doing this book absolutely evil with Gustavo Kamakali and Staffo Nasi. Interesting.
Yep, this is a one shot where we're having to be the villains are the first ones to team up.
$5, 48 pages. Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, the Absolute Evil reminds me of Forever Evil, which
Yep, I think that's the point.
12 years since that? 12 years ago.
Yep.
Time flies.
Yes, it does.
I really enjoy Forever Evil. I thought Jeff Johns and David Finch did an amazing job with that book.
But this is the other reason why I'm positive DCKO was just kind of rushed out so they can have some kind of crossover beforehand to get people's appetite wet. Because why else would I say next era of absolute stories? Because it tells you DCKO was not the next step.
What was going to be the next step?
Probably it's not the big event. I mean, the big event's probably not till the summer.
Yeah, this is kind of like a prelude, and then they're going to have a really big event for their next summer.
But it feels like they are striking while the iron's hot, whereas, let's be honest, Marvel's been letting it just simmer.
Okay, now, in the case Tom Brevoort, I did talk to him about him to Amanda Chu because people are blaming him for all the X books out right now, all the solo books. According to her, Brevoort is not approving these books. It's Marvel Publication. They're the ones published. They're the ones proving all these X-Men spin-off books, like the one like the
Are they telling them to do it, or are they just approving it every time someone pitches it?
Yeah, they're the ones to prove it. That's what that's what Amy Chu told me at Comic-Con because she is doing the Emma Frost miniseries.
Okay, but Tevye.
Yes, and he's talking about his Venom run. I know that they had Venom. They had Paul break up with MJ about freaking time.
Yeah,
but
first of all, Tevye, he's not going to leave Marvel because one, I don't want him to leave Thor.
Not to
there's more. He's doing more books than just Venom. That should not be enough reason for the guy to leave.
I think he's only doing 2. I could think of for Marvel.
Yeah, Venom and Thor.
I actually like his Venom work.
What were you saying, Jay?
Though to be fair, yes, I didn't want it to go on as long, but yeah, bare minimum, Paul's gonna get shelved before the end of the year. Like that's gonna happen.
Probably because he's probably Marvel's most despised character right now.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna get shelved before the end of the year. But
I think
Donnie, the last time I saw him. What do you think of the character who created a sort of the equivalent of Null? Mitos, I think his name is, the one who was like a future Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
He actually does know about him. He actually loved his look. And I did ask him also about Noah from Venom 3 Last Dance. And this is according to him. He thought he was the best thing about that movie.
Mm-hmm. He just wished he was paid for it.
I'm sure that's probably the only thing he created that actually appeared in that movie. Which
now I will say that
I can tell. I think it's the only character he's ever created appear in live action I can think of.
I will say this. One thing I did like that Gates said was he wished he ever saw about having Null deal with Phoenix that's going on in Rivals. He said, I wish I thought of that. Second of all, here's the theory I have. How much do you want to bet Paul's going to be taken over by Null?
Who knows?
Who knows?
I think I'm not sure what happened to the Simeon for now because it left Eddie Brock during the Venom War crossover they had recently.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Yeah, I got to wonder how much of that was because that felt like everything Al Ewing was working on got derailed.
And plus, you read the main event, it felt like basically, for some weird reason, I have no idea why they did this for, because in real life, this is not what the place is called. You look at the place from the exterior from the way you look in the comic, they basically have the whole event took place in Madison Square Garden.
All right, here's the thing. But I think Venom War it was an editorial enforced event.
Mandate.
Unlike Absolute Carnage and King in Black, where you knew that's what Kate was building up to. Because everything about Venom War, like I said, derailed everything that Ewing has been working on.
Yes.
Everything.
So, and he does something come with Blood Hunt. You know what that is?
What?
All the cool stuff is in tie-ins. The main event feels a bit lacking.
Yeah, again, that tells you he didn't have. He basically was told, "Gotta do this so we can have it relaunch it." It's like that, but at least with Immortal Thor, it feels organic the way it ended.
Yes.
Hey, Pika.
The thing about Blood Hunt is the weird thing is that story is built up in Blade, but Jen McKay didn't write that book. That was Brian Edward Hill.
Yeah. Okay. Should we continue?
Without heroes, without protection, without restraint, there is only absolute evil. The emergence of superheroes has caught the attention of the world, and it certainly caught the attention of the people who run it. Ra's al Ghul, Veronica Cale, Eleanor Thawne, Hector Hammond, and the mysterious Joker have worked at cross purposes until now. But this growing threat requires new ways of thinking and new partnerships. An insidious betrayal from within their ranks is imminent, and if they don't take action, they'll lose control of a planet that was built to be their playground.
I got that. I'm excited for that.
Superstars Al Ewing and Gypsy Kamakoli, apologies if I mispronounced that, join forces to kickstart the next era of Absolute Universe stories, with several shocking new character reveals and one big unmissable twist.
I think the film's exposed as artist artwork. I think the earliest one I can remember is probably his run for Amazing Spider-Man, because this guy is a really damn good artist.
Captain Armageddon.
Okay. It's been a while. It's been lots of it. Oh, an annual for Absolute Batman.
This early?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And who's working on it.
Yes. And this is interesting. This is not written by Scott Snyder. This is written by Daniel Warren Johnson.
Yep. Now, from what I heard, Snyder was involved. They made no secret of that.
Yeah. So, since Daniel Warren Johnson's book, expect Batman to pull out wrestling moves in this.
You already said that earlier.
Yep. Because anytime I see this guy, expect basically some big wrestling move. Like, imagine Batman did a tombstone pile driver with one of the villains. Wouldn't that be funny?
Yep.
Or a suplex. Or imagine if Batman gave a villain a choke slam.
Right.
I mean, given his size, one move I hope he does not do. Don't do the atomic leg drop.
No.
No size?
No.
Hey, guys, by the way, guys, I hope I'm not coming up rude when I'm trying to keep moving along. It's not like I'm trying to rush out. It's just, I know you guys want this to go forever. I know.
I have day off tomorrow, so I'm good.
Written by Daniel Warren Johnson, James Herron, and Meredith McLaren. Art by Johnson and James Herron. Oh, they're doing their script and art. Okay. Cover by Daniel Warren Johnson. Variants by Nick Docata and James Herron. And 1/25 variant. Okay. Some of the biggest names in comics take a turn in the Absolute Universe. Daniel Warren Johnson and James Herron tell tales of Absolute Batman's early days. How did Bruce acquire his Bat Tank? And what is it like for Black Mass's party animals when Batman first hits the scene?
And look, it's a woman in her globe helmet.
By the way, Tevya, I think she looks more like Ruby Thursday from Marvel.
Yeah, she does. Except Ruby Thursday has got tentacles coming out of her helmet.
But I'm saying, when the tentacles aren't coming out.
Yeah. But it's not denying Ruby Tuesday herself, she has a great looking body.
Yeah, I will say this: the first time I ever saw Ruby Thursday properly was during Daniel Way's Wolverine Origins.
I think that she made her first appearance in the pages of Defenders, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I know. I'm just simply saying, no, that was the first time I ever saw her properly was during that run.
Yeah, and it's weird with Ruby, like, her head is basically a red orb.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, does she have a face underneath there?
I don't think they've ever made that clear.
Yeah, I don't. I think her creator might be still alive, so maybe he or she.
Steve Gerber, Sal Buscema, and Jim Mooney. No, well, Sal. Sal's the only one of those that's still alive.
I think Steve Gerber passed away in, I think it was '08.
Yep, and Jim Mooney passed away too.
Which, guess which also was comic creator also passed away in 2008.
Who?
Dwayne McDuffie.
I met him a year before.
Never met the guy, but I love the guy's work for the Milestone stuff. And
Okay,
I love it.
so no, she's never had a face. Never.
I think she should get a face. Imagine what her face would actually look like.
And that artificial head is her face.
What's that
It's
big?
weird. Yeah.
But
Bane's
anyway,
with the mysterious Bane.
monstrous.
Yeah, Monstrous Bane, aka the man with a tiny head. Which, you know, that got a lot of thing on Twitter when that debuted. We overcome this. Unstoppable Behemoth. Or trapped in Arc M Forever. And those of you curious, which of the two Bane creators made a big deal about Bane's appearance? Was it Chuck Dixon? Nope.
Nolan, yeah, of course.
Yep, because he's the one designing them.
Did he ever have a complaint about the Arkhamverse version or the New 52 version? Did he ever have a problem with those?
I don't know. I met him a couple of times.
Those were just as abominable, if you ask me.
Yes, he did tell me the reason why they created Bane was to be a neuromonster monster for Batman.
Yep, but you know what? One thing I don't know if I told you guys this. You know what everyone says all Batman villains represent an aspect of him. You know what Bane represents?
Vengeance.
No. What kind?
Anger.
No. His childhood obsession.
Really?
Think about it. Bane is driven from the childhood. For whatever reason, this notion of trying to beat the bat that haunted his dreams. So what does he do? He starts to work out. He starts to build up his math. He builds up his mind by reading books.
Yep.
All because of his childhood obsession from a wrong that he had no control over.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, I am wrong?
Oh, I don't think so. But Chuck Dixon did go on his podcast, and his Chuck Dixon one, he was asked, how do you feel about who Bane's father really was? I think it was
Cobra, I think, or something.
Yes, a character he created. According to him, he had no problem with that. He actually supported that. The one thing about Bane that's never revealed by him, his actual name.
Yeah, Bane, no first name.
Yeah, and I think that was on purpose. I think he's like one of the two Batman villains I could think of who does not have an actual name.
Well, here's why. Because he was born in jail, and why would they bother really giving him a full name?
Yes, in Santa Prisca, which was an island created by the late Daniel O'Neill, who also created the drug he uses.
Venom. Yep, Venom. Exactly.
Which
I've read that story.
Yes, I think Venom debuted in Legend of Dark Knight, and Santa Prisca made its debut in the Question.
Yep. Okay, but anyway,
Absolute Wonder Woman, issue 13, written by Kelly Thompson, art by Mateus Braga, excuse me. Cover by
the fill-in artist, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, because that's Hayden Sherman's no normal artist.
Yep, Hayden Sherman's doing the cover. Variants by Derek Chu and David Talaski and Margaret Savage. As Diana learns more of the myth of the Amazons from Barbara in Gateway City, a series of violent supernatural elements begins occurring one after another, drawing Diana all over the globe to fight. Noticing a pattern, Diana enlists Etta, to help her crack the mystery of why these events are happening in these places and how to stop them. The answer? Too personal to imagine.
I'm still waiting for that story to explain that tattoo verse. Oh my gosh, is that Brainiac?
That's
Yep.
Brainiac.
Which
It's a-
Brainiac has met the main Brainiac.
Yeah, there's been multiple different Brainiacs. I
No,
believe
no. I mean, he's met the DC Universe Brainiac.
I'm not sure. You mean the one from the anime universe? Which one? There's like many.
From the main DC Universe.
There's been about 10 of them.
Okay.
They showed up on Love and House of Brainiac.
Absolute Brainiac has met the main Brainiac, as in whichever main Brainiac from the DC Universe.
It's probably the one that Jeff Johns brought in, because that's the one that's considered to be the main Brainiac.
Okay. Well, technically, in House of Brainiac, we found there's a bunch of Brainiac. All those are different forms of the same Brainiac.
Yes, but the main villain of the story was the one that John Byrne and Jeff Johns brought in the story Brainiac. He's considered to be the main one. A lot of the other ones are other Brainiacs.
I know, I get that. But in House of Brainiac, Williamson clarified that one was still an aspect. There is still one that is the end overall that he was using in that one. I don't know if that was the Jeff Johns one or not, because that design was one of the other Brainiacs.
Yeah. I know they brought in the one from I think it was the early 90s, the one who was a magician who was also Brainiac.
Yeah, they had to be that there was a copy of that one in House of Brainiac. Yes, all of those are the same. When I say Brainiac, I just simply mean Brainiac the entity.
Yes, and the best...
Sorry if I got short. Sorry if I got short there. Just felt like I was repeating myself.
Yeah, the best way you can describe House of Brainiac is it's Josh Williams' love letter to the character Brainiac.
Yep. But anyway, but yeah, no one defies the will of Ra's al Ghul. If Superman does not accept his place as the son of the demon, then Lazarus Core will rain hell on the people most precious to Kal-El, the people of Smallville. So begins the invasion of Kansas.
Robert, when they first introduced Lazarus Corp in this book, did you easily suspect Ra's al Ghul was involved with the company?
Never crossed my mind. I never considered it because of the fact that, like, no, he's a Batman villain.
Yeah, once I heard Lazarus Corp, I'm like, Ra's al Ghul's in charge. I saw that for the mile away.
I considered it, but I'm like, nah.
What book is this one?
That's Flash. That's Flash.
I can't tell because basically it's weird cover. That is a weird cover.
The origin, once you read it, the origin of Fort Fox and Barry Allen's experiments are finally revealed. But what do they mean for the future of the Flash? So that's Barry up there.
Okay, because I remember that the main Flash in this book is Wally.
Yeah. But remember, Barry was still there and he got killed.
Yes, and I believe also that Jay Garrick is canon in this book too.
Possibly.
Yeah, he's here too because I remember seeing him in the.
By the way, if I could be honest, as much as I'm enjoying Flash and Green Lantern, I'm not a fan of how slow they're taking.
Oh yeah, they're definitely slow burns.
Yes. Oh my gosh, is that Tomar too?
Yeah, Tomar Ray.
Yeah, Tomar. I know his father, because that was the only thing I did like about the Green Lantern live action movie, where the first Lantern he met that was not Abin Sur was that character in the live action movie.
Exactly, because that's what he's supposed to. But yeah, so how far out is the world that's coming? From across the depths of space, the Black Stars are turning their attention towards Earth, and only Tomar Ray stands in their way.
Okay, this is weird. Okay.
What do you think about them bringing back the blue color for Batman?
Interesting.
Or the blue black.
It's a very interesting idea for Batman. I can tell that costume that I think that's supposed to be Jason, correct?
No, that's him. Why would Jason? That's too small of a body for Jason.
Yeah, it just that. The thing is, DC has been doing this weird thing where they put other Robins in Tim's costume. Like with Tim's first costume, they have Dick wear it.
No, I get it. But you want to read this one, Jay Heat?
Sure, I'll go ahead and read. What just happened?
I think you scrolled up by accident.
Okay,
That was Absolute Flash. We were looking at that one.
We were looking at Batman #2.
Because I think this is a relaunch.
Yep.
Yep.
At Fraction.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too.
Mm-hmm.
Art and cover by Matt Fraction. Art and cover by Jorge Jimenez. Variants by Jim Lee, Julian Tontino Tedesco, and Michael Alreed. Apologize if I mispronounced those names. Bat Gadget variant by Jorge Jimenez. 1/25 variant by David Aja. $4.99 for 40 pages, or variant cardstock variant $5.99, variant foil variant for $7.99. Wait, foil variant for $7.99? $7.99? Good lord!
Yeah, and the one thing I noticed with that costume that Tim is wearing, it is a updated version of his 1 year later costume.
Yep.
Yes. Injured, cuffed, and tossed into the back of a GCPD paddy wagon with a dozen uncuffed and violent criminals, Robin Tim Drake will have to use everything he's learned from the Dark Knight if he hopes to survive his own Dark Knight. Will Batman arrive in time to help him, or will this mission change the way the city and the GCPD view the dynamic duo forever? Like, I'm sorry, if you're actually going to shelf Tim Drake, pull the bloody trigger already. Like, come on, you've been dragging this out for years.
Wait, what?
I think like 14 years. I think this is Tim's third costume in 14 years.
Yes.
Because first he had the one with the wings. He had that for quite a while. And then he switched up to his pre-Flashpoint variant with 2 R's there, but they weren't calling Red Robin. And then he had that, I'm not counting it as a Robin costume because it was a costume he was known as Drake.
It was a basic stealth suit with a doo-doo brown aesthetic. No one was going to take that seriously.
Yeah, and this is like a Batgirl book. Looks like
it's Red Hood.
Red Hood. Okay, it's the mask threw me off. But Hunter, yeah, that's a weird combination.
Okay.
Todd
you do know the writer said she doesn't care about continuity at all.
Well, Huntress has never even met Jason Todd, I remember.
Yep, but after the violent events of the previous day, Red Hood is wanted, dead or alive, but the new and angelic police department. But if Jason's locked up, or worse, who's going to protect the cops from who are being hunted by the tower? It's time for some undercover work. Jason and Huntress work to discern a pattern in the tower's choice of targets as the police scour the city for Red Hood. As if that wasn't bad enough, the tower has picked its next target. The one man who can help Jason and Helena. Can the unlikely duo save the day before it's too late?
I know ongoing, unfortunately. If I remember correctly, I think that costume debuted during Marco Tamakagi's Detective Comics run. That new costume she has. Because when she debuted that costume first for Rebirth, it was like a full body suit. And then when Tamaki took over the book, took over the character, which had been Huntress. Huntress is a recurring character in Detective. They basically gave her a midriff, something she had pre-Flashpoint.
Yep. Bloodhaven is changing. A new hero rises under Nightwing's watchful eye, while the mayor vows to wipe out crime and restore order. The streets of Bloodhaven are quieter, even cleaner, but a new darkness is creeping in beneath it all. An old enemy is pulling the mayor's string. Is about to make themselves known.
What?
Did they
change the mayor in Nightwing because the mayor of Bloodhaven was supposed to be his sister?
Yeah, Waters changed it.
Weird.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, this looks like Batman.
Yep. A mysterious weaponized virus has infected the Dark Knight, and he does not know how long he has left before it takes control of his body and mind. Desperate for answers and unsure how long he has to get them, Batman turns to one of the most brilliant minds in the DC universe, Mr. Terrific. The courage that kills continues in this can't-miss issue.
I think, as far as I can tell, for post-Flashpoint, I think this is the first time that Mr. Terrific has ever appeared in a Bat book.
Think so.
Oh, look, it's Catwoman by Warren Graybach.
Yeah, but
I actually like the writer. I never met her at all, but she is an amazing writer
Yep.
because she's actually somebody who understands what she's writing, and she's only been on the book now for, gosh, like almost a year. And the book is really good to her.
I got this. Catwoman has successfully infiltrated the auction hosted by the world's most dangerous criminals. But as seen last issue, she's not only the Gothamite in town. Who else has arrived in Venice? Why is this score so personal for Selina? More importantly, will any of them make it out alive? Find out here. Well, it's not the last issue, so we know she'll survive.
Yes. This looks like...
Is that Fire and Ice?
Yeah, Fire and Ice.
Quinn with I can't remember her name. The blonde in the back. I think she's usually with Gunfire. The other lady, I couldn't recognize who she is.
Looks like maybe Deadshot's daughter.
No, that's Quinn. Okay.
Yeah.
Fire and Ice.
All I wanted to do was get kidnapped and go over. I go on a nice little road trip. Okay, I didn't want to do either of those things, but now that I have, I would really appreciate not getting beat up by Fire and Ice and have been thrown into a jail cell with the two Jamokes who kidnapped me to begin with. I'm a free spirit, and I swear I'm going to get out of here no matter what. That's a Harley Quinn Bright and promise, TM.
I still have no idea who this writer is who writes the book. Poison Ivy by Julia Ellison. I actually saw her at Comic-Con. I haven't got her a copy of the first trade. She is quite happy with it. She is quite happy how this run has turned out so far. And I did ask her this. What did she think of the live action Ms. Marvel? She loved it.
Yeah.
I did ask about the whole thing of people thinking that she has stretchy powers. And she agreed with me. She does not have stretchy powers. It's how the artist draws her. What she has is size-changing powers. People misunderstand her powers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's very similar to Elastigirl at Doom Patrol.
Yes.
Poison Ivy travels back to Gotham City in search of aid, only to be confronted by Batman. Turns out he's not too pleased about Ivy's whole, I wound up taking over the terrorist organization I told you I dismantled in return for you not arresting me thing. With the truth between the Bat family and Ivy hanging in the balance, who does Ivy have to kill in order to make it all better? And we have an annual, too.
Yeah, I think this is the first or second annual for this book.
Second.
Okay. Just making sure.
With artwork by Mark Buckingham.
Yeah, keep it. This book has been going for almost 4 years now.
And it started off as a 6-issue mini, then moved to 12, then moved to an ongoing.
I think Jules told me that the reason why I switched ongoing was because of sales.
And a lot of sales was because of the covers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I think as of now, I think this is the only book G. Willow Wilson's working on right now that I can think of.
Yep. Yeah. A tale of times past. No matter what Pamela Isley does, mercy or slaughter, humanity seems dead set on betraying the earth. Yet Ivy still refuses to let go of her own humanity in service of that which she claims to love. Hoping to discover a way forward, Poison Ivy sets out to find the living repository of all secrets, the tree of knowledge. But like those who have tasted the tree's fruit before her, Ivy learns far more than she bargained for.
Isn't that Eden? The tree.
Yep.
Birds of Prey. Oh my gosh, is that ink from Batman Beyond?
Yeah.
Yep.
That is interesting. They brought it present day. And fun fact about Black Canary's current costume. You know she's been wearing it now for like 9 years?
Yeah.
Since Rebirth.
Yeah. I know that Cassie's wearing her... This, of course, is a pre-Flashpoint costume.
Yeah.
Because we're sort of variant of this in Detective Comics, which was Orphan. I am so happy they put her back in this costume. I think they put her back in this costume in the Batgirl's book.
Yes.
I can't tell who the one in green is.
That's Sing.
Okay. Because I can tell that Big Bart with them.
Yep, but
Big Bart is like so funny in these covers.
Yep. Trying to prevent the Shadow Army's latest plan from turning into a live-action bloodbath in a bustling Gotham, the Birds of Prey give new meaning to the word undercover as they head inside a game from the unreality with an ally they cannot possibly trust at their side. I gotta say, the Batgirl book that's up next, it's been really good.
Yeah, I love that cover. That cover is amazing.
David Toloski with the variant by Ryan Gonzalez. An unexpected call from the
You gotta thank DC for bringing this book back.
An unexpected call from the Bat family brings Cass up to speed on what the happenings in Gotham and pushes Batgirl to dive headfirst into a mystery far beyond the street she knows. What she uncovers is anything but unexpected. With new allies by her side, Batgirl must lead a dangerous mission to the snow-capped peaks of the Himalayas, where a war is brewing and long-buried secrets are waiting to be unearthed. The truth won't stay hidden forever, but some answers come at a cost, especially when Nyssa Al Ghul is involved.
Nyssa Al Ghul, Talia's sister, who was created by, I think it was creation of Chuck Dixon.
I thought it was Rucka.
Yeah.
Fun fact, only 2 out of Raish's main 3, at least in the modern day, 3 children have children themselves. Talia and I want to say it's Desan Al Ghul, but I've also think he's also called White Ghost.
Yep, but then didn't he then get merged with Raish?
Yes, he became the vessel for Raish at the end of the story, but I believe he's the father of Mara Al Ghul from Rebirth.
Who has not appeared since then.
No, she did make a cameo in Shadow War alongside the Demon's Fist, but other than that,
yeah, Nyssa has not been involved very much in comics. I mean,
well, she was dead for a while.
Yeah, that was thanks to the Resurrection of Ra's al Ghul story, which Grant Morrison wrote that one.
Yep.
Now this, oh my gosh, is that Tony S. Daniels cover?
No, that's Tony S. Daniels. Yep.
Man, he's awesome.
Yep. Oh, get this. You want to know something he did for me? I originally had him sign my Teen Titans trade, including the one that collected the 1 year later story. For whatever reason, he even says, I don't know what I was thinking. He signed it with a silver marker on those glossy trades. Completely rubbed off. I brought it to him, showed it to him. He normally was charging by this point. I said, you mind re-signing it? He's like, bring it. I don't have it with me. I'm going to go get it. Bring it to me. I'll do it free of charge. It was wrong of me to do it with the silver marker.
Yeah, I the one time I met him, I got some my copy of Batman R.I.P.
Yep, but the fact he did that for free for me, because even he acknowledged that was stupid on my part.
I think, if I'm correct, I think he's one of the very few Hispanic artists on comics.
Yep.
Very few.
The mysterious Quiet Man continues his brutal takedown of the Gotham underworld. Bodies are piling up with the Quiet Man's signature silver coins in their eyes. So the killer and Batman finally face each other in combat with shocking consequences. Which of them will walk away? And what dark secrets from Gotham past is behind the Quiet Man's sudden killing spree? Can I be honest? I love Phil Kennedy Johnson, but this is one of his weaker works I've read.
Oh, hands down.
I think
It's not bad.
Is this Batman and Robin?
This is Batman and Robin, yes.
This is Phil Kennedy Johnson's book.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah, and I said this is one of its weaker books.
Met him. Cool guy.
Oh, yeah. I've had him on my show twice.
Now, I'm just not a fan of the costume. I'm sorry.
You mean Damian's new costume? I think this is third costume since Flashpoint.
Yep. By the way, Cameron's saying, do we need any more Al Ghuls? Here's the thing about that, Cameron. Nyssa was created because you needed someone in the family willing to take out Raish and take him out for good, because Talia was never going to do that. And White Ghost had existed a long, long time.
If I'm correct, it's supposed to be Raish's son, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
But
was passed over due to a genetic. It's kind of like Blackfire in a way. He was passed over due to a medical condition.
Yeah, but
at least that's how Raish justified it. But let's be honest, Talia was always Raish's favorite.
Yes, but as I was saying, one was great for a reason. One's been around a long time anyway. But otherwise, it has been Talia, Damian, and Raish.
Mm-hmm.
But Nyssa got cemented when she appeared in. Sorry.
The one thing that the DC has forgotten that she had this during New Gotham. Greg Rucka gave her a tattoo on her back when he moved that. I think it was a dragon tattoo, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Oh, the final issue of Batman.
This is Batman Robin Year One.
The final issue, and I said it before, and no, I already brought The fate of Gotham hangs in the balance as Batman and Robin battle through a horde of clay monsters that have overtaken the city. And Wade also confessed this is being written dancing around Dark Victory and everything. It was all that in mind. In his eyes, that's still canon.
Yes, and it's the first, and I think it's like the very first year one comic I've ever seen where it actually lasts 12 issues.
Yeah, well, to be fair, Batman Year One didn't last 12 issues, but Batman Year One did last a whole year.
Yeah, but it only lasted 4 issues, that one.
But when you have an artist who's known for not being the fastest.
Yeah.
But
this is Batman World's Finest. And, and Supergirl.
Yep, Batman and Superman.
Look at the costume she's wearing here. It looks like it's not a current costume she's wearing. It looks like
that's the current one. That is the current one.
It is? Okay. It reminds me of one of the pre-crisis costumes.
Possibly, but that's because you demanded the return of the Supergirl Robin team-up, Road Trip Edition. On a covert international mission, Robin partners with the Girl Steel, who chooses to liven up what's supposed to be a discreet undercover bust. Mm-hmm. Oh, Dark Patterns is coming up near the end.
I love Dark Patterns. It's an amazing comic book.
Yep. With the mystery of the terrifying new arsonist identity hanging over his head, Batman finds himself at a crossroad with one of his allies. Is it possible they're the mastermind behind the flames devouring Gotham City?
Superman.
Red and Blue special. The beloved Eisner. Except for that one story by Ridley, this was a great series.
Yeah. I think it's a follow-up to the miniseries, right?
Yeah. The beloved Eisner-nominated series returns with a special one-shot to put a cap on Superman's monumental year. Witness visions of the Man of Steel in its signature colors of red and blue. Brought to you by a comic's finest writers and artists. Paul Dini soars from Gotham to Metropolis for a touching tale. Meanwhile, Dan Abnett gives the reporter the Superman scoop of the century. Michael Walsh makes his DC debut, and Rachel Rowell revisits Lois and Clark. Hope it's better than that backup story she did.
Yes, Action Comics, which features Superboy. This is something interesting, though, because post-crisis, DC never touched this at all. Never touched this.
You know why? You know whose decision it was? It wasn't Burns. Everyone blamed Byrne. It was Walter and Jeanette Kahn and one other.
Of course, it's back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Happened. And now Wade is revisited like 40 years later. Supergirl.
Oh, were we just breathing through it as I've been doing the summaries?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were.
I didn't even get to it yet. He was talking.
Go ahead.
Superboy learns what it really means to be a hero when given the choice between life and death for the former hero that has been tormenting him. Will Clark have what it takes to save Smallville and find a cure, or is the young hero in over his head? The former hero. I think that's what we Captain Comet.
Yes, they did this also for Grant Morrison's Action Comics run.
Yep. Supergirl. We have. I gotta say, I've been loving this. Supergirl has been
that cover. I know who does that cover. That's Stanley.
Yep. Supergirl has been twisting and turning each night as she is haunted by visions of her past and her dreams. And with Halloween just around the corner, the town is getting up to all sorts of mischief while our sleepless hero stumbles through her patrols. Can Kara find the cause of her nightmares before her inner demons emerge? Find out as the nefarious Night Flame returns. Crypto's cut book is next.
The thing with the one that one of those variant covers, Stanley Agram Lou.
Yep.
The guy loves Supergirl. He loves drawing her.
Oh yeah. But yeah, the Crypto book. Been loving this one. The City. Do you guys read the second issue?
I haven't read it, but from the writer of the current writer for Fantastic Four.
Yep. Crypto has made his way to Kansas, but there's still so many miles between him and Superboy. When he comes across a home invasion, one that a canine with superpowers might be able to help with, Crypto makes a choice that helps him become the dog he was always meant to be. A long pup finally finds his way back home in this heartwarming finale, and you'll believe a dog can fly. And, I have been loving the book, the Dan Slott run. I have been loving it.
I think that's supposed to be Checkmate behind him.
Well, let me check in this list.
I'm like,
Nope. Cobra Cult. The Cobra Cult.
but they're wearing the checkmate suit except the green.
But
I love that Lex cover. That's pre-crisis Lex.
Yep. The deadly special forces of the Cobra Cult have infiltrated the Kryptonite Kingdom, and now the sovereign nation's only hope for survival is a man whose very presence in the kingdom is a death sentence for him. Superman. An unholy alliance is struck. A Kryptonite King is crowned, and the Vipers strike in this epic next installment of Superman Unlimited. I've been enjoying that book.
If I remember correctly, I believe this is supposed to be just an ongoing, not a limited series.
Yes, it's an ongoing. This one is the next issue of Event, the Book of L.
Which I think Williamson was hyping this up on Twitter.
Yep, and Phil Kane Johnson writing it, but yes.
This is a follow-up to
both his run and Future's End.
Yes, if I remember correctly, I think this is one of...
Future State.
I think it's one of two books I can think of he works on right now, the other being Batman and Robin.
No, Hulk.
I mean, for DC.
Yeah. Superman is trapped in a far-flung future, fighting alongside one of his own descendants for an Earth he doesn't recognize. Here, the House of L has been fractured and lost, exiled from Earth and hunted by its enemies. Can Superman reunite the L's in time to save the universe from his most powerful enemy and find his way back to his own time? Familiar faces return. The terrifying villain makes his first appearance in House of L's explosive second issue.
I think this is supposed to be a limited series, correct?
A maxi series, 12 issues. More King's Wonder Woman. Now that Edda, Emily, and baby Alyssa have been saved, Wonder Woman sets her sights on rescuing a whole society. After meeting the feline renegades, it's hoping to fight back against Mouse Man's regime. Diana is inspired to join them and take the dictator down for good. Mouse Man knows not what he's up against. I think this tells me this Mouse Man story was going to be a lot shorter than we all thought.
Yes, and fun fact, Wonder Woman now this year has worn that current costume for 9 years.
Yep. Oh, we got a John Boy Myers cover.
I met John Boy Myers. Yeah,
Yep,
he's quite interesting. I did ask him this. What was the reason why he actually left Teen Titans after the Rebirth special? Because this is going to Ben Percy? Yes.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, it was disagreement. I'm guessing it was probably due to how he wrote Damian.
Yep. I talked to him. He didn't even go further about it.
Yeah. Oh, one of those covers, if you scroll down, Jay Heat, that is a nod to a Joker cover. This one right here with the dog. I don't remember what cover for Joker. I think it was a Joker.
No, that's Jay Lee.
I get the fact it's Jay Lee, but the cover is a nod to a Joker cover.
Oh, yeah, that's the from Death of the Family. In Death in the Family, the end of it, where he's like. But anyway,
comic, which I at least gotta praise him for doing a nod to a classic event like Death of the Family. Yeah, the event's pretty mixed, but. The thing is, I never talked to Jim Starlin about Batman because I think even he didn't like his run that much at all.
Right. Much to her shock, Wonder Girl finds herself back in paths with Robin, this time hoping to track down a super corgi. But things have changed. Jason and Lizzie are totally crushing on one another. Can the boy and girl wonders ignore the butterflies long enough to track down mischievous dog on the dangerous streets of Gotham? I know Jared doesn't like that pairing. I find it cute.
Oh, look, it's Wonder Woman and Cheetah.
No,
actually, it's
Cheshire.
I saw something on Twitter where Rucka had it where Cheetah was in love with Wonder Woman in his run.
But she was jealous, but also knew it was never going to happen. That's what made it tragic.
Yes, and I know that her design that she had throughout that run, that was a redesign from Tony S. Daniel.
Yep. With the crew assembled, Cheetah and Cheshire's plans kick into high gear. The only problem? If they can't figure out how to gain access to the world's most secure facility, the heist could be off before it even begins.
Calvin the Witch Boy. On my cover there, see it? Calvin the Witch in the dead middle.
The Witch Boy! Bum, bum, bum.
Classic Jack Kirby character.
Yep. As team dynamics continue to evolve, it would be a shame if anything went sideways. I think that means Sideways is going to show up.
Probably not. I think this is Justice League Red.
Yep. Cyborg, Green Lantern, Simon Baz, and Power Girl have no choice but to trust Red Tornado a little longer. He's the only one who knows how to find Red Canary.
Is that isn't that
Cully Hamner.
no, not Kelly Hammer, the character. I think that's
That's Red Canary. That's Red Canary.
yes.
I
remember she was the original character. I know she's not
Lazarus playing it.
Yes. I think this is now the character, it's not Leanne Harper, she's a different character.
No, she's an original character.
Debut Dark Crisis.
Yeah, no. What? Oh yeah, was Dark Crisis. Yeah, her name is. Does she have? Sienna. Sienna's her name.
Yeah, and I remember Williamson, like they teased her on the cover of the first issue. He did not much with her in the Green Arrow book at all.
Because but as I was saying, he's the only one who knows how to find Red Canary, who's about to be sacrificed to the Church of Blood. Is Sienna a red herring or another pawn in RT's game? All this, but Dead Man makes his first apparition. But why does the ghost in the Justice League machine need a ghost?
Sounds like a weird solicitation, doesn't it?
Yep.
Church of Blood, which means we're going to deal with Brother Blood.
Yep.
But which one?
It's called Church League Red.
I don't think they've done much with Brother Blood in the last 15 years.
Yeah, here and there, a few brief appearances, but you're right.
Yeah, the thing with Brother Blood, this is my honest opinion, I love the man's look. Not a fan of his dialogue that Mark Wolfman gave him because I was bored. And I think winning, basically killing him off for the kid was probably a smart decision, despite the fact that was a retcon from what Wolfman, how he wrote the character.
Right.
I thought that was weird that he decided to retcon something that Mark Wolfman did.
True. Mr. Terrific Year One. That's what this is.
Yes, I did love the actor who played him in the movie. He did a great job.
Darwin from X-Men First Class.
Yep. I spoke about the fact he used the T-Spears. I thought it was weird to use T-Spears as a chair.
True.
Which he never did in the comics. I remember doing that.
Billionaire Asina Prescott was once an ordinary woman of extraordinary wealth, just trying to beat out her fellow titan of tech to the next big advancement in human history. And she was willing to kill to do it. But now her fully powered Nexus engine has ripped a transdimensional tear in the heart of Gateway City and granted her the great and terrible new power she can't control. If Michael Holt hopes to survive, let alone save his city, he'll have to finally embrace his role as Mr. Terrific, which promises to alter the course of his life forever. Long-buried secrets are unearthed and mysterious forces revealed as Mr. Terrific Year One hurtles to its epic conclusion.
I think this is the same city that Absolute Wonder Woman is set in.
Yes.
But it's different universe, but the same place. Wonder Woman and her book is not set in Gateway City. Her book is set in DC.
Right. This is New Gods number 11, almost done. Deep in space, in an uncharted corner of the cosmos, lies an enigma, unimaginably massive, while simultaneously empty, containing the echoes of an evil thought dead. And now with the child Kamal in their grasp, the fourth world's most sinister villains traverse the void through this enigma. And if they reach their destination, the universe itself may never be the same.
You can't deny the fact Ram V clearly loves Jack Kirby. I mean, who doesn't love Jack Kirby? At least he pays respect to the characters.
May I ask you guys a question with what we're coming up next, which is Aquaman? Why do you think so many people are complaining about saying, oh, Adams killed Mara, where if they actually read the book, they would know, yeah, this is not going to be permanent, because no way in hell are they going to keep Garth and Jackson old.
Nope.
J.E., why do you think that is? Why do you think there are people who are just that stupid?
Well, death has never been permanent in comics.
No, I'm not just talking about that. The fact is, they're just saying, we got to hate Jeremy Adams now. We hate him.
What reason?
Because he killed Mara off, making he's a misogynist. I'm not kidding, dude.
I
am not kidding.
Mara's died before, so this is nothing new.
Not only that, but again, if you read the context of the story, that if time thing, it's time travel shenanigans, find everything. And again, DC is never going to keep Garth and Jackson old men.
Yes. Though, Robert, did you know this? The way you're describing it, this is I'm experiencing deja vu. When they outed John Kent as gay, and people thought they outed Clark Kent as gay.
Right. You know what? To be fair, that's gone on as far back as when they killed off Jason Todd. They thought they killed off Dick Grayson.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that people tend to think one thing when it's actually another thing.
Oh yeah,
But
like they
the
think
last
that
time
Wonder
it
Woman is,
was with Superman.
or
That
they
was
think,
the last time.
or they think like Wonder Woman is bi or queer because then they show her kicking Supergirl in Dark Knights of Steel.
Well, the only reason why I think they make her bi because she's one island women.
Yep. But anyway, Jay Heath, you still there? Jay Heath?
I'm not sure where he went. The one
Do you think he dozed?
Rucka that no writer had ever done before. They actually show Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor in bed together. Something no writers ever depicted before for those two.
Right. Jay Heath?
He may have stepped away.
All right.
Yeah.
So we've been kind of taking over, and I realized we haven't given him a chance to talk.
Yes.
I hope he didn't doze.
I hope he didn't either.
Because then once the stream just keep going and going and going.
Yes, especially as we're way past halfway.
Yep. That's why I'm trying. That's why I'm
I think we
trying
have quarter left.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to speed through it so we can wrap it up.
Yes. Interesting. We have this artist, Dennis Cohen. He's an old artist.
Oh yeah, he's Milestone and everything.
Yep, he actually started on Question back in the 80s.
Yep.
Did you see?
Yep. Sorry, I'm just trying to get his attention. Jay Heath.
Did you see Fantastic Four First Steps?
What? Yes.
I saw it a couple of days. I saw it yesterday. It was awesome.
I enjoy it. I'll be honest. The one reason why I'm not surprised it's not doing that well financially is because it's not a rewatchable movie.
Yeah, and I did find this out from Emergency Awesome. You know the subplot of Galactus and Franklin?
Yeah.
The whole thing with that?
Yep.
Like, that is something Hickman came up with.
I know. No. Actually, no. That is something that's been around a long time before Hickman.
But he pointed to Hickman for that.
I know that, but I'm telling you, that whole idea of Franklin being the next Galactus has been around a lot longer than Hickman.
Yeah, and a mutual friend of ours, friend of mine, basically was mad. Oh, you see Sue pushing or moving Galactus.
She's always been able to do that. She's always had.
Yeah, and the last time I ever saw that was actually when Thor pushed him into the end zone in the Ultiverse.
Right.
Which people forget the fact that he went there. He was not there very long. He was only there for that one crossover, and that was it.
Right. By the way, it was actually I'm trying to bring trying to figure out what that whole idea is. Wait, no comment. Okay, screw you.
You look up Google?
Yeah, on Google. Screw you, Google.
Yeah, but yeah, I knew.
Yeah. Earth X. Earth X is the first time that happened.
Yeah.
Jay Heath, you there?
Yeah, I know where he is.
I'm pinging him. I'm trying to get his attention, man. Sorry, guys. It wouldn't be fair for us to keep going if he's dozed.
Yeah.
Dude, you there? Hope he didn't. Yeah, hope he didn't doze.
I hope it didn't either. Especially as we can't move the stream without him, because basically we're sharing his screen.
Yeah, we're sharing his screen and everything.
Yep.
Dude, you're there. Trying to be loud in case I can wake him up.
Yeah. And the weird thing about the Cataclysm, like after Ultimate Thor pushed Galactus the end zone, he was never seen again.
Yeah.
He never died. It's just that he was left there. And I think when then in the end.
Yep. Oh, wait. Hello? Sorry, you went mute. Hello? Nick, I don't hear you. Nick? Hello? Hello? You froze. Nick, you froze. You froze. I hear Jay Heat snoring. Jay Heat! Jay Heat, you there? Jay Heat, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You fell asleep.
I'm here.
You dozed. I could hear you sleeping, dude. I could hear you. And Nick, we lost Nick.
I'm sure he'll come back.
I heard you, dude. I could hear you clear as day. Like, Hey, I had a gamble. Okay. You know, maybe we should just breathe through. Just give a brief, like, I don't even read through it. Let's just breathe through it.
Agreed.
All right.
JSA with Jay Garrick.
Yep, that seems pretty cool. Green Arrow, I dropped it. I told you before I dropped it.
Same. Not a fan of the costume.
Wait. Well, go back up. But that's still Green Arrow. Yep, that was Green Arrow. Next is Green Lantern. Been loving it. Yep, Green Lantern Corps dealing with the Starbreakers. Okay, what do you think about them doing a new Joker Harley? I like the first one.
It's a mixed bag in my mind. I got to be honest.
Oh, I scrolled down a bit faster than you. Sorry.
It's all right.
But yeah, I like that first Joker Harley Criminal Sanity book. So I feel like it's fitting they do a sequel.
I agree.
Yep.
Superman, the Kryptonite Spectrum.
Who is this creator? W. Maxwell Prince. Who is this?
I have not seen a whole lot of their work, if I had to be honest.
Oh, they worked on Ice Cream Man. They're the Ice Cream Man guy. Okay, that says a lot. After that, it's Immortal Batman. I'm curious about that. That looks kind of cool, but it's mostly going to probably be carried by the artwork. The Green Lantern Dark book is finally ending, and I've been enjoying it. The fact that it's all about tangent Batman is still something I find, and tangent Green Lantern is something I find very interesting. What have you been saying about the book? Oh,
I enjoyed it for what it is.
Yep, Gotham by Gaslight. Again, this doesn't feel like a proper continuation. This feels like Andy Diggle's just picking up from, taking that and then making a whole other radical different universe and just have Batman show up here and there just to justify it.
More likely.
More new Gotham Academy. Nice. This Children of the Round Table. I'm curious what this is going to be about and how this is going to be. I'm curious on that, but it deals with Mordred, so it might be mainstream DC.
Yep. Teen Titans Go tie-in comic.
Whatever. Some of the facsimiles, don't care. And we're nearing the trade, so we can start wrapping up.
Agreed. I think Nick went out on us.
Yeah, he froze. He froze at one point, so because he and I were chit-chatting.
Flash,
So yep. I noticed that there's the trade for Secret Six. So I want to so you've read the whole mini now, right?
Yes.
What did you think about it overall and how it kind of progressed a lot of the stories? Like properly.
I'm more surprised they actually did anything because John's everything from the space from any with General Zod and Clark's age up, they haven't addressed any of the trauma. John and Jay was kind of treated like a safety blanket. They actually did some good character work from John, not just the breakup alone.
I know.
So I appreciate the miniseries for what it is, even if it didn't do anything world building wise.
Well, technically it did by having Jay now have all of Waller's data.
And I'm sorry, Jeremy Adams is I can't do no wrong in my mind, whether it be Flash, Aquaman.
Okay. I was asking this. You dozed off when I asked this. Where do you stand on people who are jumping the gun and saying he's the worst writer ever because he killed off Mara? Where if you actually read the story, you would know there's no way this whole time jump thing is going to be canon anyway, because there's no way in hell DC would keep Garth and Jackson old.
Yeah, it's just people being impatient.
Yep. Oh, Doom Patrol by Keith Giffen Omnibus. About time.
Wait, they're already doing the trade for the Secret Six? The miniseries just wrapped up.
I think they're taking a... Well, yeah, but it's true, but they announced it the month after. Oh, by the way, Hitman Omnibus Volume 2. About time! Volume came out like, what, a few years ago?
Yep.
About damn time. Oh, We Three. Have you ever read that?
Yeah, that is a very dark story. It actually inspired Rocket Raccoon, believe it or not.
It couldn't. It was inspired by Rocket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Rocket from the 70s, dude.
My mistake.
Yeah, remember, Bill Mantlo created Rocket.
Yeah, Silent Night. I kind of prefer the first one. The second.
I like the second one because it gave us Mrs. Claus, who's badass.
The sequel has its moments, but as an overall story, I just like the first one better.
Overall story, yes. I'm sorry, but the second one wins it over for me because of Mrs. Claus. I'm sorry, she is one of my favorite designs for our Mrs. Claus. Oh, I gotta say, I've hated the fact this mini.
Yeah, World War V is just not good. At least not compared to Deceased.
Yeah, or compared to the first DC for the vampires, because why the hell did Darkseid appear right out of nowhere? Felt like they didn't know what to do.
Batman by Darwin Cook, the Absolute Edition.
Yep, and then there's the Omnibus, and it includes just about everything else. Hitman 34 through 60, 1 million, the JLA crossover, Hitman Lobo, All-Star Section 8, Six-Pack Dog Wielder, Harley Quinn, Converted Harley Quinn, number 2, Superman 80-page Giant, and DC The Doomed and the Damned.
Oh, Patrol?
Yep, I have that whole series.
Batman and Robin, the animated. This was a tie-in comic from...
No, this looks like this collects... Oh, yes. I thought this was collecting the recent continues.
No, this is the original. This is the original tie-in comic for BTAS.
Yeah. Oh, we get the Demon trilogy.
Yep.
Yep. And then finally, Wonder Woman: Spirit of Truth, and that's all. Well, finally got it through it. Good thing I started speeding through it the moment, because given how you dozed.
Very funny.
You did, dude. You did.
All in good fun.
I know. I was say, dude, you look back, you'll hear yourself sleeping.
I guess so, but all in all,
Yep. All in all,
Oh no, I think this was a really good setup.
It was. It really was. I'm sorry that I had to keep on plowing through it, but I was like, we're gonna be here all night. We're gonna be here all night.
But we finally got through it, ladies and gentlemen, and just in time for November solicitations. I want to say they were officially released in a few days.
Yes, they'll be releasing probably by Friday.
Okay, so we'll probably make a plan for that next week. But hopefully
Yep.
we can get in touch with Nick. But I think he was having computer problems.
Yep, like I said, it completely kept glitching out. And for a moment, the reason why I realized you dozed off, because I thought I was hearing sound from his end. I'm like, no, wait, he froze. And I get, that's how I realized. I was hearing so I thought, like, that can't be Nick. Ah.
But any final thoughts, Robert, before we wrap up?
I think DC's still in a strong spot. It is consistently been a strong spot. It's been a while since I've seen a solicitation where it felt like a duh. No, actually, no. Take it back. A couple months ago, it felt a little stale, but it feels like these past few have been really good.
I agree. Similar to that, they're really, at least for right now, with the absolute line, they're getting a good stride going.
And you know what the best part is? You do know, I think I brought this up before, my LCS store owner has pointed out, when it comes to Marvel, they're departmentalized. You know what I mean? As in, when people buy it, they stick to that brand. Whereas DC, if they buy like Absolute, they're going to check out everything. And I think that's why it's been helping DC out so much. It's been affecting the whole board.
They really have.
Because if it was like Marvel, it would just be people buying Absolute would just be buying Absolute, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
So yep. By the way, yeah, I'm starting to get tired too myself.
Yeah, but with all that being said, anything you want to promote or got coming up on the channel?
I'm gonna be starting up a let's play of Mafia, the Old Country. And I've got a whole shitload of videos in the can.
As for me, I got just about everything. I do a playthrough of the Walking Dead Telltale series. I also have a couple video ideas coming out, such as an Ironheart review, and
God help ya.
Yep, a Superman 2025 review. I'm trying to start get that off the ground too, and just I do video games, comics, movies, just
Tomorrow.
whatever comes to mind. So if you have any requests, please be sure to either DM me or message me directly on JT75 or X.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, looks like, hold on. I think Nick's trying to come back online. And yes, Tevia, we will set that up soon. And we'll wait if I think Nick's trying to come back online. There he is. Welcome back, Nick.
Yeah, my computer decided to freeze on me, so I had to reboot it.
Yep. Well, turns out I was right. He had dozed.
Yeah.
I had to yell saying, "Go!"
Yeah. Well, for me, my computer simply froze. That's what happened with me.
Right. Jade, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna let you live it down. I am not.
This won't be hasn't been the first time. Probably won't be the last. But Nick, any final thoughts on the solicitations?
I missed the rest of it because basically I root my computer. So.
Oh, it wasn't that much left. It was, we just breezed through the last few books, but there was the Green Lantern, been doing awesome. Mm-hmm. Green Arrow, meh.
Was there any trades?
Yes. We're finally getting the second Hitman Omnibus.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm grateful for that. I got to start ordering the first one. Then they're already doing the Secret Six trade.
The Gail Simone run?
No. The recent one.
Nicole
the one written by the actress who plays Dreamer.
Yes. She's becoming one of my favorite writers.
She's surprisingly good. I can't take that away from her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the fact that both she and Michael Dorn have both shown you can have actors who can be really good comic writers.
Yeah, but the only comic I could think of Michael Dorn's ever written off the top of my head was
Steelworks.
Yes, that was it.
That was it, but that was really good.
Yep.
That was my favorite book of the year it came out.
Yeah, and he hasn't done anything since then.
Well, that's true, but that still stood out to me, just how good. And the fact that he did it without needing a comic book co-writer.
Mm-hmm.
That's what impressed me the most. Was a number of times you need a comic book co-writer to hold their hand. They didn't need it with him.
Yeah. Unlike in the case of Ryan Pera, who did Am Project, which for some weird reason they had to have John Ridley be the co-writer of the book. And I'm like, Ryan Parrott's a good writer. Why would he need John Ridley to be a co-writer?
I guess for the
Probably-
consultation gig.
Probably it was a plot from from him, and John really did the scripting.
Yeah, but Ryan Parrott does not need a co-writer. He never needed one. The guy basically is good at any comic he writes. But from what I saw, a lot of good stuff.
Right.
Indeed.
Okay, I'm starting to doze off, guys.
Same. I got work in the morning, but 1 hour and 41 minutes. Not too bad, gentlemen. Not too bad at all.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
not too
had
bad
to
indeed.
steamroll through everything, but hey, we would have been here all even longer.
Yeah, well, this would have been a bit of 2 hour stream.
Yeah, I saw Tibio look like he commented like question DC versus Evergreen course.
Yes.
I'm like, why continue
yeah.
this damn thing?
Yeah, and especially again, wasn't there a delay between issues? I think that tells me they ran out of ideas fast, and then realized like, let's just toss Darkseid in.
Yeah, I think by the time I don't even think it was like the two. Yeah, by the time World War B rolled around, yeah.
Well, yeah, the first it's like no, I'm saying Werewolf B had a delay. I think between issues, and I think
Issues 2 and 3, if I remember correctly.
yeah, I think they probably realized we shouldn't have done 12 issues again. This should have been 6.
Yeah.
Because if you read the recent issue,
Yes.
I haven't read it since they started DC versus Vampires because there was so much of it.
They took out Damien.
Wasn't he a vampire?
Yep,
Yes.
and they killed him after she killed Babs, and now Wonder Woman is in charge of the vampires.
It's something I think DC is just ran out of ideas.
I think
Would you say this is a similar situation what Marvel has with Marvel Zombies?
no,
Not
not that bad. Marvel Zombies. I would say this: Marvel Zombies should have ended when Fred Valenti was done.
I agree.
I think he
with
should.
one exception. Phil Kenny Johnston's mini was good.
I think the last one Fred Valenti did, I think, was Marvel Zombies 5.
No, Halloween.
Halloween? Okay.
The one shot.
I think Fred did, I think he just did 3, 4, and 5 and Halloween.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
I've had him on my show. Well, technically, I've interviewed him twice. First interview got completely butchered. You want to know how? But we did on Skype. I had only my voice on the audio, and he had a recording of only his voice audio. I tried to edit them together. I just didn't have the patience for it. I did not have the patience for it.
I don't use Skype. I know Skype.
This was years ago.
I think Skype has since been disconnected.
Oh yeah, but what I'm saying is, if I only had, he gave me his audio, which was only his side, and I have my audio, which was only my side. I tried to edit them together. I just couldn't. I could not. I just couldn't. So eventually I re-interviewed her again. He's like, I don't even remember that interview. But as we talked, he still like, now I remember. All right. So good talking to you guys, and we'll see you later.
Like, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all so much for coming on to the show. Flame off.